Hello everyone, my name is Miss Brenda with Tada Gymnastics, and today we are going to make folded paper into frogs. All right, so the art of folding paper is very, very old. It started in the Orient, the Asian countries. The name you probably know it under most is called origami, and that means folding paper in Japanese. So today what we're going to do is we're going to start with a regular size 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. We are going to fold it in half, and you want to make sure that when you fold it that you try to get these lined up as close as possible. See this overlap here? We want them closer than that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer you make it to perfect, the better your little frog will turn out. So we want to make sure every time you make a fold that you go back and you push it down really hard. So on this one, we want to cut it in half on that line, and all right, and then we want to take our ruler and cut off 1 inch at the bottom. So I'm just going to mark it here real quickly at 1 inch and 1 inch over here so I can make a straight line. Whoops, on this guy right here. And then draw a straight line between those two and cut it off on that line. So just like this. This does not have to be exact or exactly straight. It will work out just fine. So we are done with the ruler, the extra paper, and the pencil. We are going to start by folding down our one side of our paper so that it lines up all the way down here, making a triangle and making a point at this end. You don't want it to go over too far. You want it lined up as well as you can. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to really crease these. Push down on those creases. You're going to open it up and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to push it, line it up on this edge over here, all the way to that little point in the front, lined up against the edge of the paper, and push it down like that. All right, then we're going to open it up and you'll see an X in the middle. Right here, we want to fold it so that the fold is right on the point and that the paper is lining up on both sides here. So again, you want it to be right on the point and line up these two here. Once you do that, you're going to open it up, and this point here that's going up, we want those to actually go down inside this triangle here like this, like that. And the same thing on the other side. We're going to try to make it go down instead of up. And then when it's where we like it, we're going to push it down nice and tight, make those creases reinforced like that, and there you go. So this is what it should look like so far. Okay, so then we are going to take and we're going to fold this top piece over. Whoops, sorry, we're going to start by going like this. We're going to roll it up in half, and we're going to make these edges line up, and we're going to make it line up to the end or the bottom of this triangle, like that. Then we're going to pull this piece over and we're going to fold this up to this line, this crease line on the triangle. That's where we want to fold it to. So we're going to fold it over so that this line here matches up with this line here, and that this line is straight down here. So it's level with the end of the paper here, and this fold is lined up. Again, crease it really good. Flip this over and that one, and do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to turn it around. I'm going to make sure it lines up to the center fold area and lined up straight on the bottom here. doesn't have to be perfect. You can see I left a little gap there. It's okay. But you do want to really crease those down well. Then you want to open this back up again so it is flat like this, okay? Then we want to make our front legs. So we're just going to, all the way to this crease, we're going to turn this up at kind of an angle, and you could see his front foot coming up right there. So we're going to do that to both sides. This is the frog's head. This is his belly underneath here. And we're gonna make another foot like that. Again, they don't have to be perfect. This one looks like it's up a little higher than this one. It's okay. If you want to adjust it, you can adjust it, but it's fine the way it is. Then we want to fold this up all the way to that point again and make sure our sides are lined up. So our paper is lined up on this side and push it all the way up to that point. Sometimes when you try to crease it, it wants to wiggle from you. And what was happening is this wasn't pulling in right where it needed to. So if you open it and put your little finger or fingernail inside there, you can make it fold where it's supposed to, like that. And this side wants to do the same thing, so I'm gonna put my finger down in there a little bit and push it down. Again, really push those hard, okay? Especially those corners. The more folds we get, the harder it gets to pushing them down and making them nice and well creased. All right, so now we want to pull, watch this line, this middle line, and see where it would go if it were to go follow down to the body here, and pull it down and make a crease like that. Do it on both sides. So again, they kind of meet in the middle here, like this, and push it down, okay? So it looks like that. Now we're gonna actually, the only reason we did that is so that we had lines to follow later. We're gonna open this up like this just a little bit, hold the belly part down, and open the leg triangle out and push it down like that. You may wind up with a little toe sticking out. That's okay. Want to do the same thing on the other side. We want to hold the belly part down, and we want to pull out the foot here. Again, this one wound up with a little toe sticking out. Again, it'll look really cute when we're done, so it's fine. Once you do that, this crease that we made here, that's where we're going to fold it back and up again like this. I use my finger to go in there and help crease that down some. So the most important thing with this is you use that same crease line to bring it down, and you fold it back up just a little bit so that the foot is sticking outside of the body here. Okay, just like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We are going to fold it down and right back up. So this line that we're creasing it here is parallel to this line. Okay, so we're going to push it back up like that. Not very much gets creased over. See, it's not very much. This one is a lot shorter than this one. I could fix that if I wanted, so I'll fix that. But you don't have to. It would be fine the way it is. All right, so there we go. Then, almost done. Then we're going to fold our belly in half like this. All the way up right there. And then we're going to fold it back down in half, trying to make this part line up. Push really hard, make those creases really tight, and flip it over. You can see it's looking like our frog now. Whoops, this little toe got bent back, so I'm going to pull it out that way. This toe looks fine. That one looks good now. Now you're going to take your Sharpie. If you have googly eyes, they come out even better. But I'm just going to draw a couple little eyes on this little guy. Maybe even a couple little frog nostrils. And he is ready to go. What you do is you put your finger on the back here, not down on this bottom one, but on the top. And you push down and let go, and they jump. Usually, they will jump 1 to 1.5 times. He made it all the way around on that one. This one, he went too far. He went 1.5 times and landed on his head. So you can see It takes a little practice to make them jump. Once you practice a little bit with this, you can have some frog races. Whoops. Frog races. See who can go the farthest and the fastest. Who could jump the highest. Oops, that one went too far out of the screen. Who can jump the highest? Wow. And who can jump maybe the farthest? How many flips can you make? I hope you've enjoyed this. Have fun with it. Again, this is Miss Brenda with Tada Gymnastics.